James Wainaina Macharia is a Kenyan banker and former government official whose long career in finance and public service has been marked by both significant achievements and major controversies. During his nearly decade-long tenure in government, between 2013 and 2022, Macharia found himself at the center of several high-profile controversies connected to multi-billion Kenya shillings infrastructure projects and government procurement decisions. One of the most widely discussed scandals occurred in 2016 during his time as Cabinet Secretary for Health. The controversy, widely known as the Afya House scandal, approximately 5.2 billion Kenya shillings in questionable procurement at the Ministry of Health. The issue centered on medical equipment and mobile clinics that were allegedly purchased at highly inflated prices and later left abandoned in government yards, raising serious concerns about misuse of public funds. Macharia also faced criticism over his role in the management of the standard gauge railway. While serving as Cabinet Secretary for Transport and Infrastructure, he issued a directive requiring all cargo arriving through the port of Mombasa to be transported via the railway rather than by road. Many stakeholders in the transport sector argued that the directive severely damaged the trucking industry and reportedly contributed to the loss of more than 100,000 jobs. Members of Parliament later accused him of failing to clearly explain billions of Kenya shillings in alleged exaggerated payments connected to the railway's operations. Another controversy later emerged in connection with compensation payments related to the Nairobi Expressway. Legal disputes arose over a compensation payout of about 1.9 billion Kenya shillings to Rosaline Jerry Macharia for land allegedly acquired for the project. Critics claimed the land did not actually touch the expressway route and described the payment as a possible case of white-collar fraud involving powerful officials. Macharia was also accused by lawmakers of overseeing stalled infrastructure projects valued at nearly 100 billion Kenya shillings during his time at the Transport Ministry, further intensifying scrutiny of his leadership. The controversies eventually culminated in June 2020 when Nyali Member of Parliament Mohammed Ali filed a petition seeking his impeachment. The petition cited the Afya House scandal, the controversial cargo directive involving the standard gauge railway, and the alleged mismanagement of large government projects. Despite the political pressure and public debate surrounding the issue, the impeachment attempt did not succeed. Beyond government affairs, Macharia has also been involved in personal legal battles. Following the death of his father in 2017, he became entangled in a bitter family inheritance dispute with his siblings over the distribution of a multi-million shilling estate. Years later, between 2025 and 2026, he also became involved in a power struggle at Direct Line Assurance, where a former chief executive accused him of unlawfully storming the company's offices and installing new management despite court orders. James Wainaina Macharia was born in 1959 in Gachocho Village in Kigumo, located in Murang'a County. He grew up in a family headed by businessman Julius Macharia Ndugire and his mother, Phyllis Wanjiku. Macharia received his secondary education at Kagumo High School in Nyeri, where he completed both his O-level and A-level studies and reportedly emerged as the top student in his class in both examinations. In 1983, he graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce honors degree from the University of Nairobi. He later pursued further studies in the United Kingdom, earning a Master of Business Administration from Henley Management College, now known as Henley Business School. Early in his professional career, he trained as a chartered accountant with Deloitte & Touch in London. During this period, he also undertook professional training at the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, and later became a member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya. Macharia began his professional journey in London, working in the tax consultancy division at Deloitte & Touch as a consultant chartered accountant. In 1989, he returned to Kenya and joined Standard Chartered Bank, where he steadily rose through the ranks and eventually became financial controller by 1994. He later joined African Banking Corporation and served as managing director for the bank's operations in Zambia and Tanzania. In 2005, Macharia was appointed Group Managing Director of NICE Bank Group. During his 8-year leadership, he oversaw the bank's expansion into Tanzania and Uganda. Under his management, the bank's annual profits grew significantly from about 350 million Kenya shillings to nearly 5 billion Kenya shillings. He also guided the bank through 2 successful rights issues that helped fund its regional growth. In 2013, Macharia transitioned into public service when President Uhuru Kenyatta appointed him to the cabinet. He initially served as Cabinet Secretary for Health from 2013 to 2015, where he focused on improving healthcare infrastructure and management systems. In 2015, he was moved to the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure, a position he held until 2022. During this period, he supervised some of Kenya's largest infrastructure projects, including the Standard Gauge Railway and the Nairobi Expressway. At various times during his tenure, he also served in acting capacities in other ministries, including the Ministry of Water and Irrigation. After leaving government in 2022, Macharia eventually returned to the financial sector. In October 2025, he was appointed chairman of the board of Citian Bank, marking his return to senior leadership within the banking industry. Macharia is married to Pamela Chanda, and together they have 2 children, a son named Martin and a daughter named Sandra. Throughout his time in government, he often acknowledged the sacrifices made by his family during his demanding years in public service. Although his exact net worth has not been publicly disclosed, his wealth is believed to be substantial due to his decades-long career in banking, as well as family inheritance. Before joining government in 2013, he reportedly earned more than 5 million Kenya shillings per month as Group Managing Director of NIC Bank, excluding bonuses and allowances. During his tenure as a cabinet secretary between 2013 and 2022, his basic monthly salary was approximately 924,000 Kenya shillings, in addition to government allowances. Macharia is also one of the beneficiaries of his father's estate, which includes several valuable properties. A proposed settlement in the ongoing family succession dispute allocated him the family's 3-acre residential home and a prime property located in Eastleigh. The wider estate includes several plots of land in Murang'a, Dandora, and Laikipia County, as well as bank accounts with undisclosed cash amounts. He is also associated with Breeze Investment Limited, a company that won a court case in 2023, confirming its ownership of a 134-acre parcel of land that had previously belonged to the Kihiu Mwiri Land Buying Company. Legal records also show that he was involved in a dispute concerning a property in Nakuru known as Nakuru Municipality Block 12-165, which he and his wife had sold but reportedly retained possession of for some time. Having spent more than 2 decades as a senior banking executive and nearly 10 years in Kenya's cabinet, Macharia is widely regarded as one of the wealthier former public officials in the country, with financial resources believed to fall within the higher bracket of wealth held by senior Kenyan leaders.